So I definitely think the relationships, or rather, how the two movies depict relationships, is what I found to be the starkest contrast between the two movies. I found that the relationships depicted in Blade Runner, like there wasn't a lot of affectionate relationships. There was definitely lapse of romance or romantic relationships, barring, the stuff with Rachel and Rick. That aspect sort of confused me the most, but I can get back to that. So, in contrast to Blade Runner, I think the relationships of, both humans and technology and just humans with one another in the movie Her is really what is at the core of the film itself. I think that's definitely what I commend the film the most for is just the analysis and in-depth look of relationships both with product and consumer, friends with friends, loneliness with, a solution to said loneliness. And it's definitely what I found the most different between the two films. I think if I was trying to find a similarity between the two films, I would think that it definitely depicts sort of these artificial humans and technology as distinctly different. You can see that be it through the differences between the replicants' roles on the outer Earth planets, where they mostly act as slaves or in accordance with the duties laid out to them by humanity. I think that you can see it in the movie Her with, the skepticism that comes with some of the characters when Theo reveals that the woman he's in a relationship with is an artificial intelligence. I think you can see that in Theo's own insecurities about being in an artificial intelligence relationship, be it through his hesitancy to participate with the sex surrogate, be it his rethinking of everything after his divorce paper signing with his ex-wife. And yeah, I think there's definitely a clear distinction in the role of artificial intelligence and the role of humanity present in both films. And if I had to sum that up in one sentence, the film portrays society's belief as artificial intelligence technology serving or existing to serve humanity.
Yeah, you kind of made me realize kind of almost a callback to what Jaden was talking about with like the relationship with Rick and Rachel was like very kind of almost out of nowhere almost. I feel like there's different responses when you look at both of like the relationships between them, between the two movies. But then when watching Her, I think I don't know, there's just me. I'm gonna keep saying that, but like dang, I was uncomfortable, very uncomfortable with the first like basically phone sex with Theodore and Samantha. I was really uncomfortable with that. And I think the almost the director even knew or was trying to go for that. I don't know if this is just a me thing. Chime in if you guys know different, but like I know like the screen went black for like a minute and you just hear them moaning.
It's very uncomfortable. I will say, the thing is that obviously when we saw it, like we watched it together, but even watching it alone, I mean, maybe I just have an aversion to like a lot. Most people do have an aversion to sex scenes, but I think in a public setting, it's even more awkward. But I feel like there's like they definitely not when I say play up, I hate to use that because it sounds like I'm like talking negatively, but they really focus on the relationship aspect of the movie versus like in Blade Runner, which my main problem is, or why I mentioned like it's a film from the 80s. There are moments in certain movies where you watch them and you can tell like, oh, this feels up with the time. Oh wait, never mind. Like it's like that's how it felt. where it's like, okay, Rachel would have been a way better character if it was like a brewing friendship or even the potential of brewing a relationship. And instead, he just he just kisses her. And I have a lot to say about that entire scene because, it almost felt like, I don't know. He kisses her, she tries to leave, he stops her from leaving, and then he tells her to tell him to kiss her, and she doesn't want to say it. And then he tells her again, and then she says it. But like the whole time I'm watching it, I'm thinking, hey, but she's like not human. So like on top of it being weird, it's like she's following an order at that point, and now it draws into like what kind of what kind of
Messed
assault
up.
scenario are we
Kind of
sitting through
messed
right now?
up.
Like that's all I felt the whole time. I remember being like, oh, this is so 80s. I feel like there's moments like that where it's like it's not even like a lot of movies at that time weren't even like, oh, a relationship that makes sense. It's like, oh, here's the main character and here's his woman that's just here. Like the difference with her is that he's effectively the same people. She's the same type of thing that he's hunting, But